Dried up or cracked, a pain or it's broke. It's time to let go. This isn't a joke.
Hi everyone, welcome back to a Creatively Crafted Life Spring Clean Challenge. And today we are focusing on identifying items in our space that are broken, don't work properly, or they're just a pain in the butt, so we never use them. Basically defective, dried up, whatever you want to call it. If it's not something we're going to use because they don't work the way they are intended, it is time to get them out of our space. I love distress products, but one of the products that I have struggled with the most are the distress markers, and I check these periodically to see if they have indeed dried up, and I just do a quick little swatch, and if I'm not getting the color payout that I would like, they are going to be tossed. So I'm just going to quickly go through all of these. If they're the least bit scratchy, I'm going to pass them on because it is time to let them go. I have other water-based markers in my stash that work much better, and overall I'm more inclined to use those. Other things that can dry up are things like paint. So for instance, this one here is all dried up and there's no point holding on to it if I can't get the paint out and it doesn't work. As sad as it is what it is. I can't go back and undry it, right? I mean, it's done. So I am going to go through my markers and my paint, some of my paints, not all of them, ones that I know I've encountered recently that have dried out, and we will do a little bit of cleanup that way. So let me get testing and I will show you what I am sadly going to be removing from my craft space. Well, I created a bit of a mess. Fortunately, I only had 4 tubes that are kind of dried out, and I'm doing an experiment on them. I have added rubbing alcohol, 99% I think. Is that right? Yeah, 99% alcohol to this one to see if I can revive it. It was looking like this globby mess here. After about an hour with the rubbing alcohol, I was able to get it very liquidy out, but I think that's mostly the alcohol with a little bit of the dye. So I'm curious if I leave it a little bit longer, what it'll do. For the other 3, I'm trying a product called Floetrol, and this is used in paint pouring, and it's basically a latex-based paint additive that helps flow and leveling. So I'm thinking if it helps flow and it's pretty dry, that maybe it will help loosen it up. Not sure. At this point I have nothing left to lose, so I'm going to do an experiment and see what's what. So these were all pretty much in the same state, kind of this globby, chunky mess, which I squeezed out the biggest part of it, and then what was left still was not completely dry, which is why I'm thinking maybe this might work. So we're gonna let this sit overnight and we'll check in tomorrow to see how these are going. I did not have as much success with the distress markers, and all of these are going. I do have some ink refresher that might be able to work with these, but to be honest, I'm so frustrated with these, it's just time to let them go. I will see if someone, if one of my friend's kids wants them. If so, they're more than welcome to them. And like I said, I have other markers in my stash. So I think that is it for today. Your challenge, like I said earlier, is to find items that are not working, are broken, are frustrating you, so you're never going to use them. You might as well get them out of your space, and let me know what it is that you are parting ways with. I will add a clip at the end here to let you know how these turned out, but in the meantime, happy cleaning. So I need to apologize for this little mess up. I'm gonna have to tackle this as one of the cleaning items this month, I guess. I had an accident with some liquid watercolor, and it seems to have stained this, so more on that coming in the future. I did just want to give you an update on the acrylic inks that I tried to revive using Floetrol and rubbing alcohol. I was able to get a little bit more use out of them, if you will, but they are still pretty thick. And I think part of the problem is that You can hear. The reason why these are drying up is because the seal's not very good, and it's very a poorly designed bottle if you think about it. It's got the little tip, and the only thing that's keeping it from, or sealing it, is this little tiny indent inside the cap. So I am okay with letting these go. I did manage to use up some more of this blue on some art journaling projects. What I am going to do when I work on my art journals is focus on using these paints up. Not these ones specifically, but the other ones that I have that aren't dried up, just because I think they are going to have a very limited shelf life. So that is the update on these. These will be leaving the craft space as well.